In this episode, we're taking the boat out to push the throttle and press this engine all the way and see exactly what's going on, if it's still losing power at 2100 RPMs. Those of you that have been following along with us, please make a guess or give your educated assessment of what you think it is. That actually would make a good contest, wouldn't it? Who's going to be correct about why they were losing power at 2000 RPMs?
Got the water all to yourself, Captain.
All right, that's where I like it. Obviously, normally we bring the AC cord all the way in and stow it, but
yeah,
you know,
I don't think you need to worry about it this morning.
Hey everybody, how you doing today? Well, it's bright and early in the morning, and we're taking the boat out to see what's going on with the power loss at 2100 RPMs. So we're doing a little shakedown cruise here with a buddy of mine, and thanks for watching.
You get her set, and then we'll start running this thing.
All right. So I gave the helm to my friend because the first thing I wanted to do was to go and look and make sure all the fittings that I did were not leaking.
Weren't you good to work?
Yeah, I was really determined to do it myself.
The only thing's bothering me right at this moment is I really believe that you need to put me at the helm and you need to trace every line. You need to put your hands on it.
Okay.
You need to check and make sure there's no seepage. Seepage only gets worse.
All right, well then let's do it.
You run the traps on this dog,
Okay.
and get it off your list so you don't have that worry, okay?
All right.
Now, let me suggest to you, Captain, that we turn the boat around, start heading back the other way.
All right. Watch how this turns so nice.
Oh, I know. Nice.
All right. It's all yours.
Go to work, Captain.
All right.
So I went down into the lazarette, took a look first at the attachment that comes to the fuel tank, totally clean and dry. No spillage, everything's tight. Not shown here, but also where it goes into the engine was also clean, and I also looked in this fuel filter here as well, dry. So all the fittings were good. Great, I did it. I installed the new fuel filter system. Now we're here to do what we need to do to determine, are we still losing power at 2100 RPMs, and if so, what's the diagnosis?
All right, so what did it look like down there when we increased the revs?
Well, as you slowly increased your RPM and approached 1900 RPM, the engine ran fine and everything looked normal. When you got to right at 1900 RPM, the engine revs, it wants to continue running, and it sounds like it's running well with no fuel starvation, but your shaft abruptly slows way down. It's very clear, very obvious.
It looks like it's pointing that it's not a fuel starvation issue. The engine is doing good, and it's something, and maybe it's that damper plate that many people said. So with the transmission, the troubleshooting continues. Well, I've decided I've gone as far as I can on my own. I think it must certainly be the transmission. So now it's time to look for a marina where I can haul the boat out. There is one place that's about 5 miles away. So we went there, my friend and I, to take a look at their travel lift. I hear that it is functional and it can handle our boat. So, now if I do purchase a new transmission, there's a 2-year warranty that comes with it, which would be great. Looks like we're going to make arrangements to haul the boat out. And we also want to welcome our new Patreon supporters and thank you all. And those of you who are considering becoming a Patreon supporter, you can check out this little 2-minute kind of pitch, I guess that's what you want to call it, to learn more about Patreon. Hey everybody, how you doing? Hey listen, I want to have a man-to-man talk with you. Now, I've looked at the analytics on my YouTube, and it says that look at the high percentage of men, and look at the ages of the men. So, you guys are guys, I want to have a man-to-man talk. So, if you're not a guy, and you don't want to listen to a man-to-man talk, see you in the next episode. Alright guys, here's the deal. I've been bringing you episodes of value, but if they're not of value, then why do you watch? I've exposed my whole vulnerability in an area which I have no expertise. Many of you have wrote in and said that you really appreciate that. So if this is a channel of value to you, I'm needing to make improvements to this boat to be able to sail to the places that we want to sail to. If you would like to partner with us to help this channel succeed and to enable us to reach our goals, if you've been watching us regularly and you'd like to see us accomplish these goals, partner with us and click the link below to become a Patreon supporter. Then you have the answer. You can support us and partner with us by becoming a member of our Patreon family. And I wouldn't ask you to do anything I haven't done myself. I support Patreon creators. I support the Irish couple. I also support Wicked Salty. So I'm just appealing to you man to man. If these episodes are of value to you, then why not? $2 a video, $3 a video, how much is that a month? $8 a month? It may not mean much to you. I'm looking for support. You might say, oh, well, you know, you're an attorney. Well, actually, I left the attorney lifestyle so I could make these videos for you. I chose not to make money as an attorney. And I know a lot of you don't like attorneys because some of you have been on the wrong end of an attorney, but that's not who I am. I want to live on a sailboat and make sailing videos, and if those are of value to you, then I urge you and would ask you man to man, why not make a pledge? $2, $3. If you've been watching regularly, why not support us on Patreon? Or if you don't want to do that, there's a PayPal link below. You can make a one-time gift. We would appreciate it. Consider supporting us on Patreon.